Is your crush a gold digger? You'd better find the nerve and ask her out now before you get rich. Because after watching this video, you'll understand what money is and start making it right away. If you don't ask her out now and wait until you're wealthy, you might wake up one day wondering if she really loves you or just chose you for your money. Hey, I'm Nova. This is $20. We've all seen it before and we've all touched it before. 5 of these bills will give us $100. Chances are you spent $100 some time ago or just a few days ago. What about $1,000? My dear subscriber, you probably have this amount in your bank account or own items worth that much or more. A phone, a laptop, a watch, shoes, a fridge, an air conditioner, etc. Now $10,000. Not everyone, but a lot of people have this amount. Anyone, for instance, who has a regular car might find its price starting at $10,000. So far, everything is average, and what I said in the intro wasn't meant to manipulate your feelings. I'll be totally honest with you. Since you clicked on this video, you've probably seen other videos with similar titles before, so some of what I say might sound familiar. But I promise you'll get a fresh and different perspective. All right. Even this line might seem cliché and overused, and you might feel like closing the video and moving on. I don't blame you, my friend, because this kind of talk has been misused by scammers, and people have been misled. You might also ask me, if these methods are successful, why don't you apply them yourself? Are you personally wealthy? It's akin to a balding salesman trying to sell hair growth products. Dear subscriber, I ask you to be patient and stay tuned. I understand your concerns. You will find the answer during this video because we will uncover real strategies based on scientific studies and experiments that can truly help you build sustainable wealth. We will avoid empty promises and instead focus on facts and techniques that assist in achieving your financial goals reliably and effectively. It could change your life for the better. A group of Italian scientists conducted a computer simulation to study how wealth accumulates and the impact of luck and skills on it. They created a model that included a large number of virtual individuals, each starting with an equal amount of assets. The simulation then traced their career paths over 40 years, incorporating random effects on the opportunities available to them. In other words, some experienced a series of fortunate events, while others faced setbacks in their trajectories. The study revealed that luck plays a much larger role than many would expect in achieving financial success. While skills and abilities are important, random factors, such as being in the right place at the right time, can be crucial in achieving significant wealth. Apologies for this unfortunate news, dear subscriber. It's luck, something beyond our control. So is that it? Should I close the video now and go back to my miserable life? Why Nova? Why have you made things worse and taken away my hope? Dear subscriber, as you can see, the video isn't over yet, so I definitely have solutions for you. Don't worry, I still have some hope for you. How much money is enough to be enough? Tell me, how much? $100,000? Maybe in the past, just mentioning this amount would make you feel it was a huge sum. But now, due to various factors, especially inflation, this amount seems less impressive. $100,000 won't even buy you a house. So how much do you want? $1 million? 2? Many people have never seen this amount in front of them. It's a large sum, but it's not impossible to accumulate. In fact, a significant number of YouTubers and social media influencers earn this amount literally by lip-syncing and making silly faces. The same amount might take a few years for real professionals like lawyers and doctors who have spent years of hard work studying in universities, and farmers and freelancers who put in a lot of effort to earn it. Let's continue, dear subscriber. Pay close attention now because things are getting serious. If you earned $1 every second, you would have $1 million in about 11.5 days. But to reach $1 billion, you would need over 31 years. A number of celebrities and athletes have this amount, and many business people, investors, and tech entrepreneurs in Silicon Valley have multiples of this amount. The total net worth of billionaires in the United States alone is $6 trillion for the year 2024. This is just the declared amount. There may be others with special and top-secret circumstances. The number of billionaires in the United States has increased significantly in recent decades, and their influence on the economy, politics, and society has grown. Most of them had luck play a role in what they are now. The rich will never tell you this secret. Instead, you'll hear from them that speech about hard work, intelligence, and skill. They won't admit the role of luck because it diminishes their achievements. They want to be seen as heroes in their stories, overcoming all odds. But dear subscriber, I am not inciting against them. On the contrary, we should draw inspiration from their struggles and rise. Because there is some truth in what they say. Even though luck plays a significant role, luck alone may not take you far. In this context, luck means opportunities. And there are ways to increase your chances of getting good luck, which, in addition to talent and perseverance, will enable you to reach wealth. Perhaps the most important thing is not to be a victim of your geographical location. If you live in a small town, believe me, you won't achieve much of what you strive for. So as the saying goes, move, for you are not a tree. Moving to a big city means starting a new life, filled with endless possibilities. It allows you to build a strong network of relationships that fuels your professional growth and empowers you to explore and experiment with new ideas. Invest in yourself and increase your market value. Take courses, learn marketing, learn a new language. But please, dear subscriber, if you do that and gain these skills, don't turn into a fake guru or a crypto scammer. While your salary won't make you rich, I won't talk about how to divide your salary into percentages, including saving and cutting out unnecessary expenses. These are things you should already know, and maybe you've tried them before and they didn't work. Because we are social creatures, you might stick to your budget, but one day you might go out with friends and find yourself having to pay for unexpected meals. Also, if you look at any group of friends, you'll notice their clothing styles are similar, even if they come from different social classes and have different tastes. As humans, we don't want to be outcasts, so we end up buying things just to fit in. Although dividing your salary can be difficult, it is necessary to train yourself to develop a millionaire's mindset. Because if you were to come into a lot of money, you might waste it quickly. Let me explain. Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy, once roasted Donald Trump on a comedy show. He said, "Tonight, we honor a self-made millionaire. He started with nothing, worked hard, and made a fortune. That man is Fred Trump, Donald's dad." Well, we can all agree that Donald Trump might not have worked hard in his youth to get money, but he was raised in an environment that knows how to manage money well, unlike you. Your relationship with money started when you were a kid, getting your lunch allowance. Even in school, you didn't learn effective money management and wealth-building skills. Study hard to graduate and get a job or join the military. Spent your youth in the same routine, waking up to the alarm, going to work, take your paycheck, get married, have kids and raise them with what's available, retire, and die. This is what you learned from your parents, and this is what they learned as well. Dear subscriber, $1 million is just 0.1% of $1 billion. Do you know what you, as an ordinary person, could do with that amount? If you were given $1 million, you'd buy a house, a car, fancy clothes, luxury watches, and hire a personal assistant. You'd become my new favorite friend, and we'd have a blast partying at your expense. We'd travel the world, and you'd still have some pocket change left. But wait, you'd probably blow through all of it in less than a year. Even if you start a business, you'll likely mismanage it and then go bankrupt. On the other hand, someone like Donald Trump, if given $100,000, would turn it into $1 million or more in less than that period. This is because he has the right mindset, a philosophy shared by many successful entrepreneurs and investors. If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. A quote attributed to the famous American investor and businessman Warren Buffett. This saying highlights the importance of generating passive income sources, such as investing in stocks, real estate, and others, which continue to generate profits without the need for constant work. Some even advocate for more than this. After you try and retry, fail, and try again, developing your work until you find that successful formula for generating income continuously, without needing your direct involvement, you should create a system or business model that can be replicated multiple times in parallel with the growth of your capital over time, so you can replicate it thousands of times. So what you're doing is reinvesting your profits to keep repeating the model. Even if you're making just a tiny amount from each model, like say just $10 a day from each one, if you can repeat that model 100 times, you'd be making $1,000 a day. Imagine if you're making more than $10 a day and can replicate the model hundreds or thousands of times. How much could you make effortlessly? That's the literal meaning of financial comfort. I'll give you some examples. You could open a small cafe and hire 3 to 5 people to run it, or even set up a food truck on the street and then just repeat that in other spots. You could also start a car rental agency with a few cars and reinvest your profits to buy more. Soon, you'll have a whole fleet of cars. Another option is to go online, like selling clothes or books. You could end up selling thousands of copies while you're asleep. Or you could offer a subscription service where people pay monthly for something, waiting for opportunities and pursuing big goals. Opportunities are always coming, no matter the circumstances. Even if your luck isn't great, they may be delayed, but they will come. And when they do, you must be prepared. There's a popular story about Bill Gates. I don't know if it actually happened, but it's very telling. A talk show host once asked him about the secret to success and wealth. He gave her a blank check and said, "Write down the amount you want." She responded in confusion, "I didn't ask for money, I asked for the key to success." He replied, "That's why you're poor. When opportunities come to me, I don't waste them." If you already feel ready and can't wait for opportunities to come to you and you're tired of waiting, go after them. Create opportunities. In the pursuit of wealth, seek out troubles. My dear, I'm not talking about robbing banks. What I mean is, you need to observe your surroundings, study the market, ask questions, and research what people want and the problems they face, wishing there were solutions. What services and products do they need? In the 60s of the last century, an American young man named Robert R. Taylor started as a sales representative at Johnson & Johnson. After saving a portion of his salary, he started a startup with a small capital of no more than $3,000, producing soaps and cosmetics called Minnetonka. After a few years, he noticed people struggling with bar soap in bathrooms at homes, businesses, and other places, causing a mess as it doesn't stick, slips, and falls. Despite liquid soap already existing at that time, it could not be patented. His innovative idea was to put liquid soap into small bottles with pumps, naming his product Soft Soap. He didn't stop there. He also utilized his marketing skills and network of relationships. Since there were only 2 companies manufacturing those plastic pumps, he signed an exclusive 2-year contract with them. This prevented larger companies from copying his product, delaying them by about 18 months. He dominated the market, and his brand gained recognition. He later sold his company for $61 million. This story sums up much of what we've discussed, and it's pretty much where I'm at. Just a squirrel looking for nuts. I'm working on developing my skills, studying the market, and looking for opportunities. Our channel, Nova Briefcase, isn't necessarily a motivational channel, but an educational one. So don't miss out, subscribe, and let's create opportunities together. Money doesn't buy happiness. Yeah, right, sure. But enjoying a walk on the beach with your soulmate is way better than running around with your resume from one office to another, being a slave stuck in a 9-to-5 rat race job, or working a second job fishing for tips, just to have enough to cover the bills and taxes. But tell me, what guarantees that when you become rich, you won't spend the rest of your life chasing after more money to become even richer? That's the question you haven't answered yet. How much money is enough to be enough? I'm waiting for your answer in the comments, and I'll leave you with this beautiful story I read some time ago. While an elderly American tourist was walking along the beach, seeking tranquility in a small Mexican village, he saw a Mexican fisherman returning from fishing in a simple boat. The American tourist approached him and praised the quality of the fish caught, then asked, "How long does it take you to catch such fish?" The fisherman replied, "Not long." The tourist asked, "Why don't you spend more time fishing to catch more fish?" The Mexican fisherman replied, "What I catch is enough for my needs and my family's needs." Then the tourist asked again, "What do you do with the rest of your day?" The fisherman replied, "After finishing here, I go to play with my children, take a nap with my wife, and in the evening I stroll around the village and have fun with my friends until night." The American tourist, mocking him, said, "I'm a big businessman, graduated from the best American universities, and I can help you. You should spend more time fishing to catch more fishes, and with the increased income you can buy a bigger boat. With this big boat, your income will be bigger and you can buy more boats. Finally, you will own a fleet of fishing boats. Instead of selling the fish to the middleman, you will be able to sell it directly to the distributor. With your income and continuous profits, you will be able to establish your own fish canning factory. By then, you will control the price of the commodity in the market, and you will be the producer and distributor." Then the fisherman asked, "How long will all this take?" The businessman replied, "From 15 to 20 years." The fisherman then asked, "And then what?" The businessman laughed and said, "This is the best part of life. By then you will be able to take your company public on the stock market, and you will become very rich. You'll make hundreds of millions." The fisherman said, "Millions? And then what?" The businessman replied, "Then you will want to retire, and you will find peace and spend time with your family and friends." A smile appeared on the fisherman's face, and he calmly said, "Isn't that what I'm doing now, senor?